Hello, I am the Dark Fae and welcome to Pillars of Eternity. So I've been wanting to play Pillars of Eternity 2 for some time because like the whole cast of Critical Role is in it, and obviously I love Critical Role. But I kind of wanted to try the first one first and see how it is. And also because this is on Game Pass, and why not play this one and see if the second one comes on Game Pass in the future. So let's start. I don't really know a whole terribly much. I don't know a whole lot about the game, but let's do it easy. I think we can do normal. I'm not super familiar, maybe with some like party-based RPGs in real time, but let's do it. We're not doing the rest, except. I am ready. I could not decide for the life of me what game I wanted to play. Like, there's Pillars of Eternity, there's Divinity Original Sin that I want to play, there's like all these, there's like a visual novel I want to get into, etc. Clicking an item in a container while holding the shift key will move it directly to your stash, okay? I still have like Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk. There's too many games.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay. I'm excited already. Good writing. D&D-esque premise. And character creation. Okay, I'm probably going to make character creation its own video because I take forever. Well then, I guess let's get started. Journey to Gilded Vale. Is that me? I look dope. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside. Well, you know that I want to take a stroll through those ruins up there.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks.
I don't have to do voices.
Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be.
Oh yeah,
There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it.
Oh.
Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
Thank you.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Odima looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfell who carries an old sun-bleached bow. He nods in your direction. Sparfell nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder.
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
Are they over here? Anyway.
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again.
Glonfoth and
They didn't
arrows.
build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Okay.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn.
He adds with a
So
wink.
here.
You did?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Dangerous
Not
out
if you
there.
hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up.
There is concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate.
This time of year, rain mostly.
Always ask
and
all
wind.
the dialogue.
But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a BÜAWAC. Born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
What are these huge rocks coming up out of the ground?
They don't got Audra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like
Audra.
this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
Your character's attributes, skills, class, race, culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depends on their individual personality and attitude. Okay. Whoa, could I have scrolled more? Oops.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things.
Soul
I've heard
butchers.
tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
That sounds really awesome.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot. Not like most of this lot.
Thank you.
If you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
There. He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up in her own time. You're not going to read that? She needs to find some springberries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out.
Okay.
We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a BÜAWAC, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
It's a BÜAWAC. This is like the DM saying, like, there's something in the air. Strange, but you haven't picked up on what it is yet. Roll a history check. You've heard of things called BÜAWACs. Large, like, storms of, like, caused by spirits. Anyways.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
But I gotta equip stuff. Ooh, okay. Very reminds me of Baldur's Gate.
Right.
And also a little bit of Age of Empires-y kind of controls. Most people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant Heodan has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. And how do I...
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Yes, but... Oh, I can scroll, but I can't... understand. Yo, what up, Hayden? You see a man wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He shakes his head and laughs when he notices you. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Yes, please. Oh, I have stuff. Cloak of the Obsidian Order. That sounds awesome. The Obsidian Order is shrouded in mystery, with even the Hand Occult having few clues about their origins. Okay. Tiny obsidian worm is a pet. Cute. Grants Gaun's pledge. Speed fast. The god Aethys, Gaun represents the harvest of old age, symbolizing here by the many interlocking sickles. This. I have a giant miniature space piglet. A, how is it giant and miniature at the same time? B, what? This tiny Titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. Well, that's adorable. How much? Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces, or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in your inventory with a much higher cost. Okay. So, comma there. Cool stuff. What is... only have... what? Party? Is it me? Dash? Retrain? Oh. If I'm like unhappy with my stuff. So, I guess I can only buy a weapon. Oh. I wanted to... so do it. Release more soul energy than wands receptors. Recharge and fire more slowly. I don't know what you... Am I proficient in like everything? Enchant? Oh, I have a rapier right now. Is that what I'm saying? I guess my but oh, I do have weapons though. I have a rapier and a stiletto. So, lockpick always. Hide armor, padded armor. Like, what was I supposed to buy? A lockpick. I kind of want to buy the rod just because I am. Okay, and maybe. A lockpick. Fun. Sure. Oh, Eldritch. Oh my god, this game is gonna be so complicated. Okay. No, put my giant Titanic pig back. Let's do this. You can now switch to new weapons. That's by selecting the weapon icon from an individual character's action bar. Ah, here it is. Not here it is? It is here. Alright, let's just do that.
Sure.
Oh, it is like Age of Empires.
Huh?
Yeah, and then I gotta draw. Okay, I understand. So now I gotta go and... oh, the horses are over here. I don't really know where I'm supposed to be going. Kinda wish I had a map. I just want to take some time and explore. Exploration is key, thank you, in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map. Oh, well, this is precisely what I wanted, thank you. Okay. Oh no. How do I recenter on myself? Okay.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm not gonna be good at the real-time stuff. You're a guy I can talk to, right?
I'll
Sparful.
have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Rude. Are these the berries? Probably not. These look like. Sorry, the map. I'm not used to this. Controls. I'm used to just using WASD.
We shouldn't stray too far.
Okay. There's something over here.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
That's a dead wolf. I'm assuming you mean these. Combat uses a pausable real-time system because you often manage more than one character at a good time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see. I should have picked easy. See the orders play out. The option menus often also contains many choices for automatic pausing. Okay. Strange illness. Not enough focus. No AI script selected. Oh. Will not move to attack, automatically defend self. Save, but can you tell her what to do first? Yes. Oh, one of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they will provoke a disengagement and attack opportunity attack from the enemies engaged. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee. Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. All characters in the game fed and fill with 4 primary defenses against attacks: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. These defenses are based on their attribute, accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is below the targeted defense, okay, so it's like below armor class kind of thing. The attack suffers a penalty to the roll and is more likely to result in a miss. Accuracy, oh, okay. Okay. All attacks that do damage have to overcome the target's damage reduction. An enemy's DR reduces the incoming damage by the listed amount down to a minimum percentage. If you are having difficulty hurting an enemy, try switching to a weapon or attack that does a different damage type. Most enemies are strong against 1 or 2 damage types and weak against a similar number. Damage reduction 4. Oh, okay. So I guess... Okay, so that's kind of like... Sorry if it's annoying that I'm relating everything to D&D, but that's kind of how I make sense of a lot of things. When you have like a minimum threshold. Okay. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrate an enemy's direction. Are you saying that because I shot a bolt at him? When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a small percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your characters complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does a different type of damage. Okay, resistances. Oh, didn't need it. Okay.
Sure. Huh?
Take.
Yeah?
Oh, she also has knockdown.
Hmm?
And I like inspected the berries.
This is it.
As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. You're kind of a mystery to the rest of the caravan, just some kind of wanderer the way I hear it. Sure, I wanted to lives of fools, talk. No, I'm not like a charlatan kind of a thing. When people are looking for you, this. I feel like the orphan thing is pretty. What backstory do I want to give her? I think orphan is pretty. Yeah, how is it you happened to come here? I burned down the orphanage and got out of their world. That's very similar to a backstory that I have for another character that I'm playing, except it was my character's friend who burned down the orphanage. I've never had a place to call home. Still looking. You've got a lot on your mind then. Hopefully things work out in the end. But in my experience, they don't always. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think, I'll give him that. You're here to settle, like the rest of the lot. I hadn't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. You must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. I hope to meet someone and fall in love. Probably the same things I did before. I'm just looking for some adventure, getting into trouble, I'm gonna find some friends. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Here's some adventure. You should hook up with an expedition. Some of the bigger towns send regular groups out to unexplored places, as long as you don't mind a little danger. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Adima will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Kalisha sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Examitil, but I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. I'm here, and we'll see. Adima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive her out this way, but he's doing it for me. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Direwood, but my parents ended up living in the Living Lands. I've got a brother and... This one's really hard for me to say. Rawatai, and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Direwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Alright, let's head back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfell's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that, they're not just ignoring my character being ill. Well, I mean, this is the first, quest, I guess, but... Oh, did I press a thing? Slow mode. What are these? Burned lady. Added to stash. This is not my stash. Stash! Oh. Despite their humble appearance, these small brown mushrooms are prized for their taste. Yay. Ooh, but trypophobia mushrooms. Okay. I'm gonna be so bad at the time. Oh, I keep pressing S because I'm trying to pan the screen. So when I talked to the dude, he was over here, wasn't he? But the stream's not this way. Fine. Let's keep going. Here's the stream, but just making sure. Okay. I just want to explore, and it's a game that rewards exploring. think the corpse is cold to the touch and a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark crested bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. Yeah, okay, let's not touch that, but let's... Boot, leather armor. I have medium armor. Let's still take it though. Anything? Doesn't seem like I can really go this way. Okay. Where's Spoutfin? Is that his name? Is this like weird goo?
What a surprise. Sparfle went.
Barfel.
At least you left the water skins. Come on.
I don't think he went hunting. You crouch. Use tab E to highlight interactive objects. Oh, that's so helpful, thank you. You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You have gained an item quest, full water skin added to the stash. I cannot read today. Apologize. Uh-oh. Out of the trees emerges Sparfel, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Zombie. Sparfel's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Oh.
Ambush!
Wait, where did you come from? Reach the camp? I mean, let's kill this one first, maybe.
What you need?
You to kill them. Second wind, knockdown. Can I not? Oh, I have to go in their circles, that's right.
Huh? Let's go.
Cool.
Come on,
Yeah?
we have to get back to camp.
Yes, but loot people first. Also, woo. What's this? Hide armor, hunting bow. Are we just not gonna do anything about
Yeah?
Sparfin? Sparfel? I don't know why I don't know his name. Oh. Many spells and pause. Many spells and abilities in Pillars of Eternity have a limited number of uses. An ability that can be used a number of times per encounter will have all of its uses restored when combat ends. Abilities that can be used a number of times per rest will only be restored when you rest in an inn or use camping spot. Okay. But I want to know why my focus is so bad. Or like, this is not what I meant to do. How I gain more focus. Maybe I will learn this later. Can I like... Oh, because I'm ill. Maybe that's why. No. Game is paused, so I was like, what is happening? his... Okay, understood. Where am I going? Qu'est-ce que je fais? Caravan's dead! Oh no. Oh, fuck. Okay. Can you knock this guy down? Please?
Yeah?
I will attack them. Oh no, there's a lot of them. Making sure I'm doing okay. Oh, she's not attacking. Okay, you need to attack. I'm so not used to. Nice. I am not good at this. I am sorry. I want to loot these people. Ooh, he has a lot of stuff. Well, that was both of them. Everyone's dead. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tousled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hayden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. We have not trespassed. We really wish to pass through it. I don't know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you will pay for each life. I mean, let's do the lore thing. We now have one rank and a disposition reputation. Reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations can often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars, but if your main character is a priest paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by the deity. For the main character, their dispositions will modify. Ooh, that's cool. That's a really nice touch that they add that in there. Your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're worshippers of Galawain. Galawain told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? What? I'm curious what this means. The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Theoden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people. I see. And one of Galawain's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength. You think Galawain will want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it. affording Hayden the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Okay, I did a good Hayden with Hayden. I can't do names right now, but they're working. Do I kill the small guys first?
What you need?
What weapons do you have? A torch and fists. Meter, hunter, hunter. Okay, I want her to go here. I want her to start attacking maybe the smaller dudes. Did that work? Okay. And then I want you to. Yes. Okay. Callista's not doing what I wanted her to do. What? You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attacker's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on a crit. Yup. Attacks that inflict stat effects or afflictions will have increased duration. Ooh. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage. Oh, I didn't know grazes were a thing. Okay. Good to know. He's hurt.
What you need?
To attack said dude. Oh. Your enemies lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. The gods are just. Queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell. It's the thingy! Whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pods and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, the demon's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Oh, thank God they do it for me. I didn't get to loot anybody, but this is awesome. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hayden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. Oh no. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hayden, topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hayden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance at hitting your mark. Aww, I knew I should have had higher dex. Please don't let me hit Hayden. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hayden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. Could he have died then? Oh my God, my choices will have consequences. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, The entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. When targeting an attack, the percentage listed next to potential targets indicates your chance of scoring a hit.
Was that?
A BÜAWAC. Had to be.
Thank you.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
Okay, a moment's respite quest completed. I guess you can't see that. That's okay. New quest, escape the ruins. Okay. Addendum added, the Gilded Veil. Is that J? Journal? Okay. Way back is that? Okay. No side quests and tasks. Okay, menopause. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. Love the start. Really like my character so far. Don't know when I'm gonna get this springberry tea. My god, I'm having a hard time with names and like absorbing information and gameplay and all that. But this is really awesome. It's kind of, you know, up my alley of like RPGs, Baldur's Gate, Dungeons and Dragons. So I don't know why I didn't play these games sooner. But anyways, I think that is a good stopping point for this episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. Red arrows, I can't talk. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!